My name is Art Gloster, and I'm Vice President, Information Services at Bryant University. Bryant University became a university 4 years ago, and it was primarily known for business. We added the arts and sciences component, so we have two colleges now. One is the College of Arts and Sciences, the other is the College of Business. 6 years ago, we were totally dispersed as far as the organization and data center and networking and various eminent domains as far as where equipment was located and pockets of knowledge existed. They realized there was a problem installing an ERP, and based on trying to make it fit the way that the university did business. So they believed that there needed to be changes made. They didn't realize at that point in time that there were a series of problems existed, as we found out when we got into consolidation. We ended up with 78 servers dispersed on campus in offices or closets, and maintained by some students, maintained by some professionals, multiple network vendors, equipment on the campus. And so the whole idea was to bring everything together, and the first order of business was to look at consolidation of servers because we were having problems in maintaining those, and the infrastructure became the key, meaning the network, because everything had to be connected from our perspectives.
My name is Rich Sedzik. I'm the Director of Computer and Telecommunication Services at Bryant University. We had some obstacles that we did not foresee. One was the space that we had decided upon to build this data center out in. We already had some existing equipment in there. So it became a challenge because it was production equipment. We had to keep it operational. At the same time, we had to build out this new space. With the help of IBM and APC, we came up with a plan to do that. We actually built out the data center in two phases. We built out the space that was not surrounding our equipment that was already up and running. Then we took the opportunity to move our equipment into that finished space, went back later and finished the remaining space. What made it so, the timeline so short was because of the architecture that we used in that, which IBM terms as their flexible data infrastructure, which is APC's components. So we were able to build a shell, a data center shell, and then within a day and a half, we filled that shell with all of the necessary equipment, power, cooling, and equipment racks, and all cabling. We want to be able to meet demands without having to do major infrastructure upgrades. This architecture is so flexible and modular that as our demands increase, we can build out or bring in modular components, cooling and air conditioning to meet those demands. We had a budget of just under $1 million. And that was for the data center space, and that was for any new equipment we were bringing into that space. So there was no flexibility in that budget at all. And one of the key things that I should mention is that when IBM first proposed this to us, they proposed a traditional legacy data center, raised floor, crack units on the perimeters. So did the other vendors and consultants that we brought in to talk to. IBM was the only one that came back to us with an alternative design with this new flexible modular data center, which eliminated the raised floor, which eliminated a big cost for us. And it also took care of a limitation we had in the space that we cited, because we did not have the appropriate floor-to-ceiling height for a raised floor. And one of our biggest problems in any space we occupied was airflow. What we did not want to risk was that we were going to build a new data center without the capacity under the floor for airflow and end up with the same problem we just left. So with this new innovative design, we were very confident that that problem was solved for us. Where we're standing right now is the data center space that we consolidate to, approximately 500 square feet. What we have in back of me here is APC equipment that is configured in a hot aisle, cold aisle configuration for optimal cooling. You have within each row, actually in-row cooling units that are water chilled. You can see the piping coming down. You can see we piped overhead in this space here to actually accommodate future expansion in another row. Our consolidation project bought us so much expansion space within the equipment cabinets, we didn't feel we really needed to spend more than to outfit the room for one more row of expansion, because we do have plenty of expansion within the existing rows. One thing that we did based upon a request from our insurance carrier was, you can see we installed what's called drip shields above all the equipment. Should water, there's office space upstairs, leak into this room, we spill it on the floor, we have APC's water sensors on the floor. We'll know immediately. Each of these racks, the cooling is precise as far as each rack is temperature is monitored, humidity is monitored. So should the heat go up in one of the racks due to the activity on the servers, the cooling units within that row will actually ramp up their fan speed to deal with that heat problem. The noise you hear in the background is actually those fans spinning. At times, when activity is very high in this room, it's almost impossible. It'd be impossible for me to speak to you today. I can tell you this, that in our decentralized model, we occupied a little over 1,200 square feet. We are today, our data center only occupies 500 square feet. And we have room to grow in that data center for a couple, 3, maybe 4 years, depending upon how successful we are with virtualization.